by police over the weekend. Out front now, Ambrea Mikolajczyk. She was Rashad's boss last year at a commercial and residential restoration business in Ohio. And Ambrea, I really appreciate your taking the time. I know that this was shocking for you. I mean, how did you first learn about Rashad's death?
Well, first, Aaron, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to share my story as it relates to Ray, as we called him. I first heard about it Saturday morning. I got out of bed to get dressed, and my husband didn't say anything, and he just handed me his phone. And I read the headline, and it said, African American man, died by the hands of police officers at a Wendy's parking lot. And when I read it, I just thought, oh my gosh, when is this going to ever end? We're at war. And my husband's still not saying anything. And then as I went down to the next paragraph, I saw that it was Rashad Brooks. And that was my first time hearing about it, and that he had died in that way.
I mean, I know he was an employee of yours, and not for a long time, Ambrea, but you've been affected by his death, and now you say you've talked to other people who knew him, who interacted with him, who have been deeply affected. Tell us about him.
For sure. So we are a small team of about 16 people. He came to us at the beginning of summer 2019, and he came highly recommended from another guy on our team. And so when he came on board, right away we noticed he was different. Hard worker, dedicated, kind, respectful. In fact, he rode a bike to work every single day. And he was the first one to show up and always the last one to leave. And he would ride that bike in all conditions, rain, cold, hot, but you could always count on Ray to be there. He was a family man, and he was also someone who cared about everyone. In fact, when he got an apartment here in Toledo, he not only was furnishing his apartment, but I just found out from one of my employees today that he then furnished the apartment of his neighbor next door to him, as she was a single and she didn't have any furniture. So this is the type of person that I want you guys to know. So many times when Black men get murdered in this, they become dehumanized. And I want to show everyone that Ray was deeply loved by everyone he came in contact with. In fact, one of my clients called me over the weekend and said, Ambrea, this isn't our Ray, is it? And I said, yes, it's our Ray. And we sobbed together on the phone. And he literally was on her job for only a month, and it was an office remodel. But he had that type of impact on everyone, no matter where he was. His smile lit up a room, and he just never had a bad day. And so I just want that message to be very clear. This was a man that was incredibly loved, incredibly respected, and we will not be the same without him.
Well, I'm glad that you shared that with us and with everyone, because you're right. It's so important for people to know the human being and his story. And I thank you for sharing it, Ambrea. Thanks.
Thank you for having me.